Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick.
And I'm Mandy.
Today we're talking about 5 random albums from my record collection. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you go check them out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for the merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music playlists we put together every week, and the Patreon page. So make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. So my lovely and talented wife, Mandy, has decided to join me for another episode on the channel here. She's been on here a couple of times. What we do is we just randomly pull records out of the record collection. It's only supposed to be 5. But Mandy, how many did you pull?
I think 7.
Okay, so got a little bit more than normal. But so we kind of just go over why we have the albums, what we think of them, just kind of random ideas or random thoughts about the album. But I've got no idea what she pulled, so go ahead and what's the first one you got there, Mandy?
Oops. Is that right?
What you got there? That's that's Ghost. That's Ghost's second album. I can't for the life of me remember how to say the name of it.
Oh, yes.
You want to go ahead and try?
Infestissimum.
Ghost is I'm not a big metal fan. I know you're not really either. But over the last probably year or so, I've gotten more into Ghost. Our daughter loves Ghost. Actually, I just went and saw Ghost with her, last week?
Yeah.
Or week before? So, did a great show. They did put on a great performance. Like I said, I'm not a big metal fan, but Ghost is a little bit different, I think, when it comes to a lot of other metal you've gotten in the 2000s. A lot of metal is like the screamy, growly kind of stuff, which I know you don't like. I don't like that either, but Ghost is very different. I think Ghost is a little bit more, I want to say more like 70s kind of metal, so closer to like stuff that Black Sabbath and stuff like that was doing way back when. But this is a great album, though.
Yep.
All right, what is the number 2 album? This is 21st Century Liability by Youngblood. Youngblood's an interesting musician. Why'd you pick this one, Mandy?
Because we went to the concert.
We did see Youngblood in concert earlier this year. I felt like I thought we were probably the oldest people in the crowd there for a while until I looked around and there's some older people sitting in the crowd.
There were. It was a good concert.
It was. It's probably one of the best concerts I've been to. He's an English musician. I would say punk adjacent. It's not really like punk music, but it's very punk adjacent, I would say. There's definitely some punk influence to a lot of the stuff he does, but it was a great show. It was really high energy, energetic, things you would expect from a punk show. But I was really impressed because I've never seen him live before. I haven't seen a whole lot of live videos from him either, so I wasn't really sure what to get. But he was very interactive with the crowd. At one point, he got down in the crowd and was singing with people, and it's I feel like that's stuff you don't really see a whole lot in 2023. But
and his tickets were cheap too. He made sure that we were.
Yeah, his tickets weren't very expensive. But for a smaller musician, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, but it was definitely I don't remember how much we paid. I think we paid like $35 a piece for him. We were down in the pit too. Yeah. So, but I think it was definitely a concert. It was well worth the money spent.
Absolutely.
All right, so what's the next one? I'm sensing a theme here, Mandy.
I was hoping.
There's generally a theme for these albums that you pull out. So this is The Cure. This is another band I've loved since I was a kid. It's probably Disintegration came out in like 89, so it was right around that time, 89, 90, when I really fell in love with The Cure. Wish is my favorite album by The Cure. I don't know, a lot of people like Disintegration or Pornography, but Wish is a great album. I actually just saw The Cure with our daughter just a month or two ago?
I think so.
Not too long ago.
Yeah.
A great show. Robert Smith is somebody that even though he's you would think well past his prime as far as like singing goes, they did a great job. He sounds the same in 2023 that he did in 1993. But yeah, he did a great. It's probably one of the better shows I've been to. The only bad thing was it kind of rained the entire show. We were out in the lawn. We got really wet. Yeah, it really rained during the show. But I think as far as like the Cure, the Cure goes, is like music wise, it really kind of fit the aesthetic of the show. It's one that, and Robert Smith is the one that went online after the Cure's tickets went on sale, and Ticketmaster was charging outrageous fees for the show. Robert Smith complained enough on social media that Ticketmaster actually refunded everyone $10 worth of fees for the show. So they tried to keep the prices, manageable. They also tried to keep all their merch prices were all really, really reasonable too. A lot of these shows you go to at sweatshirts and it cost you $60
At least, yeah.
but, no, their stuff was still like t-shirts were 20. I think sweatshirts were like $35-$40 for their tour. So I think it was really in 2023. I think it's reasonable for pricing.
I agree.
All right, for this one, I can already tell what it is from the sticker on the back cover. But this is Hella Rockview by Less Than Jake. Less Than Jake, a great late 90s ska punk band. This is an album this is one of the first albums where they really used auto-tune on it. And I've always loved the album since it came out in 98, but I didn't quite, there was always something off about the album until I just heard the producer of this album on a podcast within the last couple of years. And he said that it was right around the time that Pro Tools got really big. They were messing around with auto-tune and really did a little bit too much of the auto-tune on the horns on the album. Oh. It's a little too much overproduced, I should say. That, and that's kind of why I think, even though it's a great album, the horns have always sounded kind of off because they're just too perfect, I think, on the album. When you use too much auto-tune, you lose some of the humanity and some of the errors that make music kind of unique. And I think it's kind of why this album does suffer a little bit, even though it's a great album. So as far as like concert wise, I wasn't going to see this. I wasn't going to see Less Than Jake. So this album has been long out of print, and it's really expensive to get an original pressing of. This is actually an original pressing of it. This year is the 25th anniversary of Hella Rockview. So for the 25th anniversary, they're selling anniversary versions of the vinyl on their tour. So I went online, bought tickets the night before the concert, and went by myself just so I could get a 25th anniversary pressing, which is not what this version is, but great album though. This next one's another one where I can tell what it is by the back, because I've got, if I flip this around, this is what I was talking about. I keep my records on the outside of the sleeve, so I saw the label on that one. I saw the label on this one too. But
cheater.
This is Internet Killed the Rock Star by Mod Sun. Why don't you talk about this concert, Mandy? Because these are all concerts we went to this year.
Yeah. So this was a great concert. We went to this at, where was it?
It was St. Andrews Hall.
St. Andrews Hall in Detroit. Yep. So it was a nice, smaller venue. I wasn't too crazy. I didn't know too much about him, but he gave such a good concert, and he was so real, and the music was great. It was a great concert.
He had his mom there. He brought his mom on stage.
Too.
His sister was there. So Mod Sun is he had a rap career there for a while. He was actually the drummer for the band Scary Kids Scaring Kids. He was doing that and the rap thing at the same time. Actually, there for a while, he was opening for the band. That was one of the deals he made with the band to play drums for the band. But he left the band and then did a solo rap career for a few years. And then this is his first rock album. And this is a fantastic album.
Great.
This is probably one of my favorite new albums of the last 4 or 5 years. And if you're not familiar with this one, I definitely recommend checking it out. Even Mandy, who is more of like an R&B kind of fan, she even loved this album.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, so we made it through 5 of the random albums that she was supposed to pick. We got 2 more, though. What's the next one there, Mandy? This is the untitled album from Blink. So the funny thing is, I've been a huge Blink fan for a long time, ever since Dude Ranch came out. So it's like 97, I think, when Dude Ranch came out. But for some reason, I never saw Blink. I think it was like Warped Tour in like 1999. It was either 99 or 2000 when I went to Warped Tour. Blink was there. But for some reason, we didn't actually go see Blink. We actually ended up watching Spring Heel Jack, which did a great set. But the funny thing was, like, Spring Heel Jack was off on, like, a side stage, and they were a little intoxicated during their show. And Blink was on the main stage. So Spring Heel Jack started playing along with Blink. So that was kind of funny. They, like, synced up their performance. But that was the only time I guess I really did see Blink from, like, way far across the lot there. But so we got tickets to see Blink this year when they came on tour. And what'd you think of that concert?
Oh, my gosh. That's probably one of my top favorite concerts I've been to. I had so much fun. They're so entertaining. And just Travis on the drums. Good Lord. He's great.
Yeah. All right, Mandy. What's the last one you got?
The last concert.
Oh, Taylor Swift. Is this?
This one's just Fearless, her
Fearless?
version.
Okay.
Her version.
So we did see Taylor Swift this year. which was also a great show.
It was
I will say that, like, as far as like performances go, as much as everyone complains about ticket prices for her show, she put on a hell of a concert. She played for well over 3 hours. I think it was, the tickets were expensive, but I think she put on a great show for what you paid for.
Absolutely.
We had really great seats for it too. We were like right like side stage.
Yeah, she came right over to us.
Yeah, we had to wave to her as she was walking by. So it was a concert I never really expected. I never thought we'd see. You actually saw Taylor Swift before.
Yeah, when
right?
she toured with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
So it was like right at the beginning part of her career. So so you got to see her then, and now you got to see her now when she's all grown up.
She's just amazing. It was so good.
So I guess the theme was all shows that we've been to this year, or concerts one of us or a combination of the two of us have been to. Because the Les and Jake show I went to by myself, but it was a great year for music. I think I saw a bunch of great concerts this year. I think I went to more concerts this year than I have probably in the last 10 years combined. And I don't think I saw a bad show. So hopefully we'll see some more great performances next year. But that's all we got for you today, guys. If you want to drop us a comment and let us know what you think of these albums, try to keep the Taylor Swift hate to a minimum.
Please, come on.
But if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you see a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below. And that's all we got. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.